As long as I'm not satisfied with the answer, I'll keep on asking it, because it's a technical point that I'm going to raise. We are all lawyers.
Om dit te reis,
You are
maar ek
welcome to raise it.
volstaan vir my antwoord, meneer.
Let
Met
me
alle
just
respek.
rephrase it by saying, accused number 2 did not come to before you and say, I want to make a confession. Correct?
Nie in daai woorde nie.
Not in those words.
Thank you. That's what I'm drawing your attention to. You never said I'm coming to make a confession. It's for the presiding office or that magistrate to determine that such elements of a confession does not qualify.
The court, please, we object.
There's no law
That
like
is not
that.
correct.
You can sit down. There's no law like that. There's no law like that.
The 217.
Yeah, but you're not quoting 217.
My Lord, can we be broad-minded when we make
Yes.
submissions?
Within the law, no problem.
May I submit to the effect that Section 217(1)(a) that deals with a non-judicial officer who's taking a confession, he must take it before a magistrate. Why? Why can't you ask a question as to why must it be taken before a magistrate? Because it says a peace officer who takes a statement from the suspect or the accused in terms of Section 217(1)(a), it must be reduced into writing before a magistrate. The question is why before a magistrate? The answer is because the magistrate knows all the elements of a particular
Let me
offense.
tell you how the law developed. 1929, there's a case called S versus Mullen. You know that case, Mr. Hello? 1929, S versus Mullen, where it's transplanted from English law, where it was said that a confession is an unequivocal admission of all the elements
Correct.
of
A particular offense.
That's it, yeah.
Correct.
And the law develops from there. Now this witness, that's why, for instance, I'm sorry to say, she wrote everything this witness tells her. Like even saying, he saw at me and said, shit, whatever. Her job is not to evaluate what the witness is saying to her. Her job is to take down what the confessor or the deponent wants to say. That's all.
But if
That's
there
why
is-
she's written, for instance, that the parents of some of these accused held a meeting, and some of the sisters of the accused wanted to report to the police. All those things. You can't leave them out.
No, but I appreciate the fact that the court has mentioned the case of Malin.
I know it.
Yes. My Lord, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, after this witness has taken a statement from accused number 2.
That's it, yeah.
Yes. The elements for her to say unequivocally that statement constitute a confession.
It's not for her to say that. That's what you
I
listen.
understand.
It's
I'm
not for her.
getting to the technical part of that, because the basis for getting into that technical part, I'm getting into the statement itself, the contents of the statement. May I just get into the statement so that I'll make logic at a later stage when I'm making submissions? For instance, ma'am, let's get into this one. You talked about accused number 1. Okay, you talk about accused number 2 going to the room of Muzi. Then they later went to room 1B. Remember saying that?
Usakhumbula ukuthi ukhulume ngomsolo wesibini ethi uye waya egumbini lakhe umuzi mabaqeda bahamba baya eroom 1B.
Ek het genotuleer
I noted down,
Ngibhale ukuthi
en ek haal aan.
and I quote,
We were in Muzi's room and we then proceeded to Sifiso's and Ntokozisi's room number 1B. Unquote.
sasikade sise gumbini likamuzi sahamba saya egumbini likaSifiso room number 1B elikasifiso nomthokozisi.
Yes. That's in that statement that you took, you also it is mentioned that accused number 2 was sent to the kitchen. Am I right?
Who's accused number 2? The deponent.
Bongani, yes, the deponent.
Kuleso statement futhi kunala kubhalwe ukuthi umsolo wesibini uye waya ekitchen iqiniso lelo.
Kan u my net verwys na daai deel in die verklaring?
Can you just point
Just
to that
after that,
particular?
can you read that statement? Proceed with that statement. When they entered into Sifiso's room in 1B, then proceed on that statement.
Ngibonisa ukuthi kukuphi la ukhuluma khona la ukhuluma uthi uye waya ekitchen uthi ummeli qhubeka ufunde khona lapho la ugcine khona.
There's somewhere where they said the deponent was sent. He went out and left.
Kan u my asseblief verwys na daai deel bladsy? Ek kan nie deur die hele
Can you refer
verklaring.
me? I can't go through the whole statement. Can you
No,
refer
no.
me to a page?
Okay. In
Die
terms of
enigste, ekskuus, ek het dit
Sorry.
gekry bladsy 4.
I found it in page 4.
As dit die deel is nou waarna u verwys.
That's where that you are referring to.
yes,
Waar dit lees en ek haal aan. Karos and Sifiso then ordered me to go to the kitchen.
Correct.
Unquote. Is dit daai deel?
that's it. Yes.
Uthi ke iyona le uyifunayo la kubhalwe ukuthi uCarlos noSifiso baye bathi mina ngiye ekitchen uthi yebo iyona engiyifunayo.
Yes, I just want to note that part that you said, Carlos and Sifiso said, I must go to the kitchen.
Karos and Sifiso then ordered me to go to the kitchen.
Correct, yes. So in that statement, will you agree with me that there was no direct communication between Kelly Kumalo and accused number 2? In that statement that you have read. Kelly or did not directly communicate with accused number 2.
Daar is nie sulke inligting vir my gegee om neer te skryf.
There was no such information given to me to write down.
Uzovumelana nami ukuthi kuleso statement akukho la ukuthi uKelly Khumalo uye wakhuluma nomsolwa wesibini uqobo lwakhe uthi akukho la ngitshelwe ukuthi ukhulume naye ingakho ngayibhala.
All right. This statement further proceed to say when they entered, sorry, let me just rephrase it because I just want to draw your attention from what you were taken to, you were told to take down. Just bear with me, my lord. Just
Okay, no.
Yes. I'm trying to organize a question that will be relevant for. Yeah. If you'll be able to answer this question, I just want to establish whether when you were asked about clarifications that you've made or you sought when accused was giving you or the deponent was giving you the statement, did it come to your mind that he was confessing to a particular offense? For instance, did it come to your mind that that deponent was confessing to a robbery at that stage? For clarification.
Wat ek gedink het op daai stadium of nie gedink het nie is eintlik irrelevant in opsigte van die neem van die verklaring.
What I thought or didn't think at that particular moment is irrelevant when it comes to the taking down of the statement.
Ngalesikhathi umsolwa ekhuluma nawe wena uye wacabanga mhlawumbe ukuthi umsolwa wayekade ekhuluma ngokubanjwa kwenkunzi uthi ebengikade ngicabanga bekade kungabalulekanga njengoba ngangikade ngithatha lesi statement.
Hy moes toegelaat word om uit sy eie uit te vertel wat hy ook al wil vertel, sodat dit neergepen kan word.
He had to be allowed to say whatever it is that he wanted to say, so that it's being written down,
Sonder om hom in een of die ander rigting in te druk waarin hy nie eers wil gaan nie.
without putting him or cornering him into a particular direction which he did not want to go into.
Umsolo yena bekwamele akhulume noma yini le bekade efuna ukuyikhuluma ngaphandle kokuthi afakwe ekhoneni elithize.
Jy moet net kennis neem wanneer 'n persoon na 'n mens toe kom as voorsittende beampte as 'n landdros om 'n bekentenis te maak, weet jy glad nie waaroor hulle met jou wil praat nie.
You must also take into account that when a person is brought before you as a presiding officer, a magistrate, that you know nothing about what it is that they want to tell you about.
Ukhumbule futhi nokuthi umuntu uma elethwa phambi kwakho njengomantshi awazi lutho ngento kwamele ayikhulume.
Ek het geen kennis gedra van die saak of die feite van die saak nie en ek het nie geweet wat hy wil hê ek moet neerskryf nie. Aldus hoekom ek hom gelos het dat hy praat wat hy wil sê.
Must also take into account that I didn't know the case or the facts or the merits of the case, what it is that he wanted to say. So he had to be allowed to say whatever it is that he wanted to say.
Ukhumbule futhi mina ngangikade ngingazi ukuthi bekwamele athini, ngangikade ngingazi futhi nangalo lelo qala manje bengingazi ukuthi yini ekwamele ngiyibhale ngaphandle kokuthi ngilalele lokho obekade ekukhuluma.
My Lord,
Able.
thank you.
Thank you.
Got no further questions.
Right, Mr. Mngmezulu. Thank you. Mr.
Thank you, my Lord. I
Khumalo.
have no questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Mngmezulu.
No questions, my lord.
Okay, I just have 1, 2, 3 questions. To satisfy the courts. Do you know Carlos or Carlos?
Nee,
No,
Have you ever met any of those persons?
geen idee van
in
wie
your
dit
life?
is.
no idea who it is.
Uyamazi uCarlos noma uCarlos. Uke wahlangana naye uthi cha angimazi uCarlos noma uCarlos angaze ngahlangana nabo labo bantu.
When you're taking the statement, did you know a gentleman called Mapisa?
Nee,
No,
Ngalesikhathi uthatha lesi statement wawumazi uMaphisa uthi cha.
Did you know Basotho Hostel in Vosloorus?
nee, ek weet nie waar dit is nie.
no, I don't know where it is.
Ihostel yasebasuthwini yase-Vosloorus uyayazi uthi angazi ukuthi ikuphi.
And at Ikedi Khumalo again.
Did you know Kelly Kumalo? No.
uKelly Khumalo wawukade umazi uthi cha.
And Senzo Meiwa?
Nee,
No.
You don't
uSenzo
watch,
Meyiwa wawukade
you never
umazi.
watched football
nee,
before?
No.
no.
Okay.
Kusho ukuthi wena awubukeli
Any questions
umdlalo
arising?
webhola uthi cha.
None from the state side.
Okay, danke, danke, my friend.
Ngiyabonga sekaqedile.